Hello, it's Andrew Logan here, and it's an absolute pleasure to welcome you to our 4 steps to launching your business program, where I'm going to show you the exact 4-step process to launch your business and get your first customers and distributors in the next 30 minutes. So if you work along with me, you do the steps alongside with me, you can be jumping straight off this video and enrolling customers, enrolling distributors, getting your business off the ground and up into the stratosphere on the pathway to financial freedom, which is really, really cool. So if you are brand new, absolutely great to have you here. Maybe you're looking to relaunch your business. Maybe you've had a few failed attempts at launch and you're looking to relaunch, and that's awesome as well. I've got some specific stuff for you as well when we talk about just different languages from a relaunch to a launch. And maybe as well, you're looking for ways to learn how to do this so you can teach. We talk about duplication and building the team, and you want to learn what to do so you can teach what to do. Absolutely awesome. I've got some extra special stuff for you as well. Now, as I said, my name is Andrew Logan. If we haven't met before, I'll tell you a bit more of my story in a minute. But first, I just want to talk about the elephant in the room because I love this industry. Network marketing, multi-level marketing, absolutely incredible. And it's allowed my wife and I to completely change our life and completely change our kids' lives. But we know there is a challenge in this industry because we know a lot of people come into the industry with great financial goals, great freedom goals, but we also know a lot of people unfortunately don't reach the goals that they set. A very small percentage of people actually get the success that they want when they start. And that's a real shame. And there's obviously a lot of negativity around the industry about that as well. Now, there's a few challenges there. But one of the biggest things is sometimes we are actually our own worst enemy. We go out there with mantras like, we don't sell, we share, it's so easy, everyone will want this, the product sells itself, ignorance on fire, just go out there, people love your energy is the key thing. And look, energy is important. And yes, we don't cold sell like we sort of think about that negative cold sell process. But to sit there and say that the product sells itself, just go out there, everyone will want it, those things are wrong. And then someone goes out there thinking everyone will want it, thinking the product sells itself. They get 4 no's and then they come to you and quit. I don't want to do this anymore because I spoke to 4 people and they all said no and you told me everyone will want this, right? We set people up for failure, which is a shame. So I want to take you through the process. I want to show you the exact 4-step process to launch your business and get customers happening straight away in your business and even distributors, and then how to start that duplication process. So as I said, make sure that you're working along with me here. So if you've got a pen and paper, get that out. If you don't, go grab one because you want to be doing these 4 steps with me so that you can jump straight off this video and start getting results. Now, just before we jump into the process, I want to very quickly introduce myself. As I said, if we haven't met before, my name is Andrew Logan. Our story, my story, it's a little bit different. Okay, it's probably not the sort of standard story. My story started many, many years ago, long before I even knew about network marketing. But going through school, I guess I was fortunate in that I was always fairly academically strong. You know, you do well at school, and so friends and family and teachers and everyone in your environment, everyone around you is saying, you're smart, go to university, become a doctor, doctors make all the money. And I thought, righto, well, that's what I'll do. So I got good grades at school. I went to university. I was doing my physiotherapy degree as an undergraduate degree before I went into medicine. And I was sitting there and I was actually there with my med entrance exam, like letter, like inviting me into med school. And I remember just thinking, hang on, is this actually what I want to do? Is this the path I want to go down? Or has someone else just sort of been suggesting this path? Or it's the path that everyone else does, so I may as well do it. I don't know if that sounds familiar to you, but maybe you sat there and like, hang on, there's this little itch in the back of my brain, but well, what else do I do? You know, I've been told to go down this pathway. What else do I do if not this? And that's when I really started on this sort of quest for freedom. I realized the difference between making money, because I could make money as a physiotherapist. I could keep going to med school and make money as a doctor. But I wanted freedom. I wanted choice. I wanted time. And I realized I needed to go down a different path. So I set about this journey of finding the side hustle, right? And this is, 20 years ago. This is early 2000s. And I set this goal of being hashtag financially free at 33. I was 22, 23 at the time. I was like, you've got 10 years to become financially free at 33. You got to figure it out. So I started doing all these crazy things, okay? Commodities trading. I wrote a book on back pain because I was working with back pain patients, and they all failed, right? And then eventually, after 10 years of failures, I found network marketing. Now, we actually found network marketing because I was trying to lose weight for our wedding. Talk about that a little bit more in step two. But it was when we watched our friends, our sponsors, the people who'd introduced us to the program, we watched them start to have more freedom, have more choice, have more time. And that's when Angie and I sat down and we were looking to have another child. We were looking to expand our family at that point. We thought, we've got to look at this network marketing thing. Now, at the start, we sucked. Okay. We were absolutely terrible at the start. In our first year, lucky to make $50, $100 a week. But we kept showing up. We read the books. We went to events. We did courses like this. We learned what to do. We surrounded ourselves with mentors, people who could show us the way. We found great mentors, asked them what they did, and we did that. Now, after that second year, we were making enough that Angie could stop going to work. We had another baby and she didn't have to return to work, which was awesome. Another year later, I was able to sell my business. I was able to sell out of my physio practice and raise our children together. And now it's been 8+ years since I sold out there. We've been building a business together. We've been raising the children together. We've been traveling the world together. We've been building a great investment empire to leave a legacy to our children. All those sorts of things, thanks to this incredible industry. And so I'd love to help you create your own incredible story, your own freedom story. Now, when we talk mantras at the start there, we talk about, it's so easy, everyone will want it, blah, blah, product sells itself. That's wrong, okay? There's no way your company is paying millions of dollars a year to the distributors if the product sold itself. If they could just put it on the shelf, they would, right? They're running a business too. They want a profit. But they know the best way to get incredible products out there is through word of mouth, through people sharing their story and referring their friends. That's why they're great at putting great, amazing products, high quality products out there in the marketplace, and they're paying us to do it. You'll also hear the phrase, and I'm sure you've heard it, this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And yes, you will not find anyone who agree with that more, as far as we need to have that long-term mindset. If we're going to truly sell financial freedom, residual income, all those sorts of things, we need to show people not only how to make money, but also what to do with that money then, how to take care of it, how to invest it, how to put it to work. Angie and I have been very blessed to make multiple 7 figures through this industry, and we've turned that into an 8-figure net worth by putting our money to work to ensure that we're having freedom, but so are our great-great-grandchildren. We're setting up that legacy. And I want to show you that as well. But in saying all that, if you've ever run a marathon, you'll also know when you're sitting there at the start line, you want to get out and get some fresh air. You don't want to just plod off the start line because you get overtaken by the crowd. And, in investing terms, we say if you're always caught up in the herd, you end up walking through poo, right? It's not a fun experience when you're just caught up in the herd. We want to separate ourselves from the pack. So that's why we want to launch our business. We want to sprint out of the blocks, get some fresh air, get a great lane that we're going to run in, and then we're going to set that long-term mindset and we're going to get to work and we're going to show people how to do the same thing. So with that, let's get started. Now, let's talk about step number 1. The very first step in building your business is creating an offer. Okay, so when we talk about we don't sell, we share. Yes, we share our story, and that's step 2. We'll get to that. But really, even before we share our story, we want to be able to give someone an explanation of our products in 1 sentence, a single sentence explanation about our product. Because there's 2 things that I want you to talk about. And if you don't remember anything else from this video, these are the 2 most important things to remember. First of all, people do not buy products, they buy solutions to problems in their life. So again, network marketing companies make some of the greatest products in the world, and that's the brilliance of the vehicle. We can get amazing products out to people at a reasonable, comparable price because we skip all the retail chains and all the upsells that go along that chain, right? We just directly get them to people, so we put better quality products out there. But again, people aren't laying there at night like, man, I need more protein powder or tablets or hyaluronic acids or business opportunities. They're laying there like, why can't I lose weight? Why do I always look tired? Why do I wake up with bags under my eyes? Why am I falling asleep at 3 p.m.? Why have I not had a holiday with the kids for so long? Why can I not pay the bills? These are the problems that people are having in their life. And so we want to show them how through our vehicle, we can help them solve that problem. It's not about selling the product. It's about showing how the product is the vehicle to solve their problem. Now, the second thing I want you to really understand, because this is so impactful, is understanding that people don't always buy the best product. They buy the one they understand the quickest. So again, it's not saying that your product isn't amazing. No doubt you've got an incredible product that you absolutely love. No doubt about that at all. But people don't buy the best product. They don't sit there and research the absolute best product. They buy the one that they know they can understand the quickest and get rid of their problem the fastest, right? People will always choose convenience over quality at the end of the day. You've only got to look at the fast food industry for that, okay? These little things here, right? Apple. Apple do not make the best products. Like, we can argue that all day, but we know what we're going to get with Apple. And Apple tell us this is what you're going to get. Very easy to understand Apple's marketing versus other companies that get all into the geek speak and the nerdy techno babble. So that's what we want to do with our offer. We want to show people how our product works and how it solves a problem in their life in a very short way that they can understand quickly. And if you can do that, you are well on the pathway to having success. So we're going to throw up some slides and I'm going to take you through the template and then we'll do some examples together. So here we go. You've got your template to creating your offer. Now you'll notice there's actually 4 here. Now it's up to you, whichever you prefer. Start working on one, build in a second, build in a third as you get more confident. You'll notice the first 2 are a little bit more generic. The second 2 are more specific to a brand, a niche. Now in this video, we are just talking about general launching. Okay, we're not going to get into brand awareness and niching and attraction marketing. In the coming days, I'll send you a little PDF. I'll send you a 5-step PDF that will help you with that if that's something you want to look at. Keep an eye out on your email because I'll send you that in a few days to help. Right for the moment, we just want to talk about general offers and where to go from there. So you'll see the template is quite simple, but that's the whole point. This is about a simple single sentence like your elevator pitch, your business card in the old days that explains your product. So you don't sell weight loss, right? You help people lose weight without having to give up chocolate or eat like a rabbit or go to the gym. People want a result. They just don't want the pain that's associated with the result. Everyone wants to have more energy, but they don't want to rely on crazy energy drinks or anything like that. You can help people achieve a result even without that pain, even if they've, I help people lose weight without giving up chocolate, even if they don't like to go to the gym. So you can double down on those pains. Again, maybe you've got a target audience. I help mums get their pre-baby body back. I help mums achieve their pre-baby body, even if they don't have the energy to go to the gym. So let's run through a couple of examples there. As I said, if you're in health and wellness, you're not selling tablets, proteins, pills, all that kind of stuff. You're helping people lose weight without giving up chocolate. Helping people lose weight without giving up chocolate, even if they don't want to count calories. I help mums get their pre-baby body weight back, as we said before. Maybe you're in travel. So you're not selling travel coupons or prepaid setups or anything like that. You're selling, I can help you have a 5-star holiday on a 3-star budget. I can help you have a 5-star holiday without the 5-star expense, even if you're traveling with children. I help families have amazing holidays. I help families have amazing holidays, even if they're traveling on a tight budget. You can see what we're doing here. If you want to talk about your business opportunity, your financial system, I help people create an extra income without needing a second job. I help people monetize their social media without needing a product, even if they've never run a business before. I help parents have more time with their kids. I help parents have more time with their kids, even if they don't have any business or sales skills. Maybe you're in skincare. I help people look 5 years younger without needles. I help people look 5 years younger without needles, even if they don't have time for a full skin routine. I help women get rid of the crow's feet and bags under their eyes. I help busy women enjoy glowing skin, even if they're too busy for a full routine, even if they've got sensitive skin. You can see what we're doing here. So that is the offer. And we create that as the initial step in showing people, here's what I have. Would you like to know more? This is a step-by-step process. Now, the second thing then is that we share our story. So they're going to want to know more. And as soon as they want to know more, we tend to get into that techno babble again, where we're like, well, so in 1972, this guy was hiking through the Himalayas and he saw a tree and a berry on top of the tree. And he found out if he picked it at 10, 12 a.m. on every second Tuesday of autumn, it would be super high in antioxidants and they'll talk to your DNA. Okay, it's boring, it's overwhelming, and it doesn't duplicate. Okay, we'll talk about duplication in a sec, as we said, but those things don't duplicate. What we want to do is we want to share our story. We do sell, and we sell by sharing our story. We invite with an offer, and then we share our story. Now, the key to the story is that the story is emotional. We can get so logical with our product, our company, our research, our science team, how the trophies that our company's won, how amazing our science team are. And we can get so caught up in that we forget that humans make emotional decisions first and then they justify logically afterwards. So we choose emotionally first, then tell them all the logic behind it. Then when they're ready to reorder, this is why that product has made such a difference. This is why you're feeling so good. This is why you're waking up with energy when you didn't used to. Talk about the technobabble then. But the initial decision is about an emotional story. So we're going to tell our emotional story. So again, let's go through that process with you. So here we've got our story template. Now, again, what we want to do is we want to create a nice, concise 25 to 30 second long story. Now, what you'll see with those 4 bullet points there are essentially every movie you've ever watched follows this. Every great story you've ever read follows this. Okay, you think about, we get introduced to a character, the girl who can't find a date to the prom. What's the pain? The pain is that she's not going to have that amazing experience because no one's going to take her to the prom. Someone's going to come along and help her. Someone's going to come along and help her believe in herself, right? Give her a makeover. And then lo and behold, the guy's going to ask her to the prom, and that's amazing. I'm a Star Wars nerd. My kids are Star Wars nerds, right? We got introduced to Luke. He's unhappy. He's living on this planet with his aunt and uncle. He's in pain because they won't let him do what he wants to do. He meets Obi-Wan. He eventually finds out that he's, got to meet his father, who's the evil guy who lives in the Death Star, and is Darth Vader. He defeats him and he saves the universe, right? There's that story that we all go through. And this story is what people will emotionally attach to. At the very start, I shared my story, slightly longer version, but I shared that story of where I was, the struggle that I was having, how friends had started doing this thing, and then the renewal that we were able to get. And the freedom that we were able to create was so much different to anything we ever thought. So that's the template you want to follow. And again, let's go through some examples together. So this is actually my weight loss story. 11 years ago, I was struggling to lose weight for our wedding. I counted calories, I trained every day, never bought takeout, all those things. But no matter what I did, I couldn't lose that final stubborn bit off my belly. Now, this is the point where people are going to say, you know what, I totally know that feeling. I understand. I know those emotions of frustration. A friend had been trialing some new products. They were getting great results. I decided to give them a go. 1 month down, I was 6 kilos lighter. I was feeling amazing, and I'm forever proud of the photos of our wedding day and how I looked in those photos. Again, it's not about the products. It was about how am I going to look on our wedding day. I wasn't laying in bed at night thinking, man, I need protein in my life. I was thinking, I'm going to be really embarrassed with our wedding photos. Now, again, a performance story. Again, this is my story, but it's a performance story. I've always been very active, healthy, but I hit a point in my life where I just wasn't breaking through to the next level. No matter how hard I trained, no matter how well I ate, it was just like I was bashing against a wall and I was frustrated and I wanted to quit. So a friend had started using a new system. They were getting incredible results. I asked them for help. 2 weeks later, I ran the fastest 5K I've ever run. My body fat had dropped 4% and I was feeling amazing. In my mid-30s, I was running rings around kids half my age at the gym. Shortened version of my story earlier. My wife and I have always worked hard, but it just seemed like we were getting further and further away from our goals. We budgeted our money, we invested regularly, we did everything we were told to do, but it just felt like we were stuck in first gear on the highway. 2 good friends had started building a side hustle together, and we respected them enough to take a look. 2 years later, Angie was able to leave her job. A year later, I was able to finish as well. I was able to stay at home. And now, 11 years later, we've been able to spend the last 8 years together at home, raising our children, building a great business together. So 3 very different stories, 2 product, 1 business, all following the same template. But that is how we share our products. We don't get caught up in the science. We'll talk about the science in step 4, right? The first key is, what do I say? Now, when we're talking duplication, we talked about, when someone joins and we want to have more distributors and help them get set up, 2 things will stop them. I don't know what to say and I don't have anyone to talk to. Now, they won't use those exact words. They'll say, I don't want to sell to my friends. I can't do what you do. I'd never be as amazing as you. But what it is I don't know what to say and I don't know who to talk to. So if you're starting here, show them this video. Show them this video and say, look, I'm just getting started. I'm just getting going, but I've learned this video. Here's exactly what to say. So you can send them this link right here, andrewlogan.net/start, and they can follow this video as well. They can go through this process. Because now that we've got a better idea of what to say through our story and offer, now we're going to get in and talk about who we're going to talk to. We're going to build our list. Okay, here we go with step 3. So we're going to build our list. So I've got my trusty flip chart here. You're going to need a pen, okay? You've got your pen and paper. Now for this one, you also want to have 2 highlighters. We want to have 2 highlighters for this exercise. So we're going to write our list. Now, who are we going to talk to? Who are we going to talk to about our products, about our opportunity? Now, a lot of people can struggle here. So what I want you to do is think about, well, who's in my phone? Who's on my Facebook? Who would I invite to my wedding tomorrow? Which sports did I play? What school did I go to? Get the brain working. Just start putting names down. Clubs you've been in, all those sorts of things, and get going. But the wedding list is one of the easiest ones. I got married tomorrow. Start there. And then, oh, John, oh, wait, I knew him from here. And then you're gonna come up with all these names. But we're going to start writing these names out. So we've got John. Okay, we've got Jane. We've got Steve. We've got Alicia. We've got Brooke. We've got Sam. Okay, and we're going to go on. Then we're going to get our first highlighter. So we're going to get our blue highlighter. And we're going to go through and we're going to put a tick next to every name that would be interested in your product only. Just your product for the moment. So John doesn't really exercise, okay? But Jane does. Well, Steve's a personal trainer. Alicia's always pretty fit. Brooke, not her thing, okay? Sam, maybe, we'll just put a little tick. We'll see, okay? But certainly Jane, Steve, Alicia, they're really interested in the product. Then we get our green pen, and green for money in this case, and we're going to look at who would be interested in the business opportunity, or even just who's open to different ways to make an income. Maybe they don't want to look at our business opportunity, but they're open to other business opportunities. They're open for different ways of thinking. So John's a real estate agent. So he's at least, understands commission sales. Jane, not her thing. She's, can be a bit skeptical and be a bit negative on her social media. Steve's a personal trainer. And Alicia, she's a bit of a sort of rock star on social media. Brooke, she is a social media. Yep. Sam, okay. Well, we'll see. Again, maybe put them in the maybe pile. And then what we're going to do is we're going to look at the people with 2 ticks. In this case, Steve and Alicia. They've got 2 ticks. They're the first people we speak to. What we tend to do in this industry, and again, it's incredible to create those vision boards, have the massive goals. And again, I would never talk you out of that. I want you to have massive goals when you do this. But what we tend to do is we try and look for the highest sort of hanging fruit, and we forget about the low fruit who is there saying, please help me. Again, we're looking for people who are looking to change. We're looking for people who need solutions to problems in their life. And often we go after the other people and we try and convince them. And if I can just get John, because John's not just a real estate agent, John owns 27,000 real estate agencies. If I could just get him. And we go for this really high-hanging fruit. And unfortunately, the problem is when you go for the really high-hanging fruit, they want to see results, okay? Human nature, right or wrong, we can have that argument another day. But they want to see results. It's not about vision. It's not about excitement. It's not about energy. They'll say, show me your results. And I remember this with my mum. My mum, God bless her, she joined our business. She did her little, health and wellness sort of goals that she set. She got our products, all those sorts of things. And then she went out and she went after gym owners. She's like, I'm going to go out and I'm going to enroll all these gym owners. Now, for my mum, she's a, later age lady in her, later years. She does Pilates, she walks on the beach, and her friends enjoy wine on a Friday night. Awesome, right? And then she's going to the gym and she's saying to gym owners, like, here's the thing you should use for your people, for your customers, for your clients. And they're looking at her and they're saying, well, you don't look healthier than me. And they're judging. People are judgy, unfortunately, right? She should have just gone to these friends and said, hey, what if I could show you a way to drop a few pant sizes and still enjoy your wine on the weekend? Would you be interested in that? And then if she'd spoken to all her friends who just wanted to drop a size or two and, enjoy the wine and cheese on the weekend still and have their walks on the beach and just feel a bit more confident and comfortable in their skin, then 30, 60, 90 days later, she can go to John and say, John, I've been using this product for 90 days. Here's my results. Here's my friend's results. Here's my friend's son. Here's my friend's husband. Here's an older male. Here's a younger female. Here's a performance person. Here's an energy person. Here's a weight loss person. And show them all these different results. If you're in skincare and you want to go after the person who owns 27 skin clinics and you're at the start of your skincare journey, unfortunately, they're going to judge you. Just look for the people who are ready, who are more likely to be ready. And we're going to say, let's get some results up. Let's get our confidence up. Let's just get off the line, get out of the blocks. We're going to have more posture. We're going to have more confidence. We're going to have more belief, and we're going to have more results. And then we go to the skincare clinic and we say, here's my friend. Here's an older person. Here's a younger person. Here's a fair complexion. Here's a dark complexion. Here's an oily skin. Here's a dry skin. And this product that I've got is getting results across all these people, young, middle-aged, older, oily skin, dry skin, fair complexion, dark complexion, all these sorts of things, and we can talk to these people. But let's just start with the people who, Steve's always looking for help. Alicia's always looking for help. I'm going to reach out to them. So that's how we create our list, and that's how we find the people that we're going to talk to first. So now we know what to say and we know who to talk to. We just need to go to step 4 of inviting them to the next step. Okay, so the final step is an invitation to go further. Now, again, it's not about trying to sell someone on the spot, but it's about offering them an invitation to a destination where there's more information. So the destination will be a website, a Zoom call, a video, an event, those things where they're going to get more information like the science, like the research, the stuff that duplicates better when it's a website and a video, when it's your company's scientist telling the story rather than you. You tell your story, you offer them, and you invite them. So again, let's look at some scripts for inviting. Now you'll see that there's 2 types of scripts here. And I want to talk you through the differences in the script. So pop up some slides and we'll work through them together. So these are our direct invitations. These are our direct invitation to the destination where there's more information. And again, Facebook group, video, company webinar, you decide whichever one you like the most. Hint, ninja hint, which one do you like most? If you don't like the company video, don't send them the company video, because the people who are, on your list, who like and trust, and they know, like and trust you, you've probably got a lot of common ground with them. If you don't like the video, they probably don't either. If you prefer your Facebook group, send them to your Facebook group, right? And do your ATM process. But these are people we're going to directly reach out to. So I'm directly reaching out to John here. John, I've started a new program. I've lost 5 kilograms and I didn't even have to give up chocolate or do 1,000 sit-ups. Is this something that might interest you? A direct invitation. If John says yes, here's a website, here's a Facebook group. I'm going to tag you in a video and then I'll touch base with you tomorrow after you've watched it. Right? We're going to set that destination. We're going to set that follow-up time and invite him right there and then. Steve, I've just discovered a new product. It's helping me with my energy without having to rely on caffeine. Right? There's our offer. Would you be interested in something like that? Carol, I'm working with a coach. They're helping me earn an extra income from my social media without needing to set up pages, ClickFunnels, complex ads, anything like that. Is that something you could see yourself doing? Angie, I found a way to get rid of the crow's feet and the deep lines without flaring up my sensitive skin. I thought of you as a way that might be able to help you too. This is a direct invitation. We're directly inviting them to look. Now, the flip side is the indirect invitation. Now, this is if you're not quite as confident, okay? You're not quite as ready to reach out to someone. And also, as we said before, if you've had a sort of failed launch, okay? You launched and it didn't quite work, and maybe you made some of those mistakes we talked about, at the start. Maybe you were a little bit too excited. Maybe you got a bit too much into that technical story of the berry on top of the tree in the Himalayas, and the guy used his left hand, not his right hand, so he didn't break down the antioxidants in his right hand, all those sorts of things. Maybe you did that, right? This is the way that you can do it. This is the way that you can reach out. And I'll just show you at the end, like the slight different tweaks in the language that you can use. So I'm going to indirectly reach out to Jane. I'll say, hey, Jane, I've just started using a new system where I've been able to get a flat tummy without having to do 1,000 sit-ups. I know it wouldn't interest you, right? We're using reverse psychology, essentially. But would you know of anyone who might be interested? Now, Jane's either going to say one of a few things. She's going to say, no, but you said it's not. So it's a nice, polite, soft no. You know what? Yeah, you're right. It's not my thing, but thank you. Like, good luck, right? There's no negativity. There's no troll. There's no, oh, those things are stupid. There's none of that, right? Or Jane's going to say, actually, yeah, I do know. Me. You're talking about me. I would love to know more. Or she's going to say, actually, yeah, speak to my sister. My sister's like, trying to lose weight for her wedding. She'd probably be interested. John, I know it's not something you'd want to do, but can you think of anyone who is looking for better performance at the gym without the crazy stimulants? Can you let me know? Again, with indirect. Now, let's pretend, again, you've already reached out to John 12 months ago in your first launch. It didn't work. I'm just going to change the language slightly. Hey, John, I know a year ago I reached out to you, and look, I do apologize. I was probably a bit overexcited. I probably overwhelmed you. Probably sounded like one of those crazy people. And I know this wasn't for you then. So I don't, totally fine. I totally respect that. But I just wanted to touch base. Would this be something you're interested in? Would getting better performance at the gym without the stimulants be something that you're interested in? Now, John is going to sit there and like, I didn't actually know that's what you did. I thought you were just sort of, trying to get me into some money-making thing, right? Like, because people will make assumptions based on a lack of information. So you're going to sit there and say, hey, look, I'm sorry. Or maybe, again, you can say, hey, John, I know when I spoke to you about this a year ago, it wasn't for you, and that's totally okay. Totally respect it. Yeah, I was a bit over, I was a bit over the top, and I do apologize. So I know it's not for you, but do you know of anyone? Do you know of anyone who's looking for that? So we don't even bother about saying that. We just indirectly invite from the start. Jane, I know it wouldn't interest you, but do you know of anyone who's interested in environmentally friendly household cleaning products? I know it's not for you, but do you know of anyone who would be interested? Who wants a beautiful, clean house without causing harm to the environment, right? We're going to put it in that X without Y process. Who would love a beautiful house without doing dodgy chemicals into your house and into your food and all that kind of stuff? Steve, I know it's not your thing. I know it wasn't your thing when we spoke 12 months ago, but do you know of anyone who is looking to lose 5 kilograms before summer like I was just able to? So that is our 4-step process to launching your business. So you know what to say, you know who you're going to say it to, and you know how to invite them, right? Now, all we need to do is repeat this process, because when you're building a business, it can feel like, overwhelming and there's all these things you need to do. Focus on the 3 things that you can control. You can't control what people will do. You can't control a lot of other stuff, but you can control what you say, who you say it to, and how often you say it. And if you share a good story often enough, it will fall on good ears. So if your business is stuck, are you telling a great story? Are you telling it often enough? And who are the people you're talking to? Look at those things. And they are the things that we can control. And you know how to do them now. You know how to control them. Go out there and share a better story with more people more often, and you will be able to create that incredible business. Now, on that subject, if you truly want to create an amazing business, if you truly want to have financial freedom in your life, you're ready to launch, and then you're ready to take the next step, your next step is to grab a copy of my book. So this is the way out. It's the 7 steps to financial freedom through network marketing. And in this book, as you can see, I go into super depth, okay? Exactly everything you need to create your story, create your offer. We're also going to go through follow-up, events, overcoming objections, all those sorts of things. But also, then I'm going to actually show you how to make freedom. So all that's about how to make sales. Let's talk about freedom. So we're going to talk about how to create leadership, the systems you need and the leaders that you need, and how to train and mentor them, how to actually take care of your money, how to set yourself up as a business, how to invest your money so that you have success long-term. You're not just making money, you're creating freedom. And I go through that in a 7-step process so you can have true financial freedom in your life. So the link is there on the screen, andrewlogan.net/book. The Way Out. And that's where you can grab a copy of my book. There's also some bonus video training with it, some extra stuff that comes with it to really make sure you've got a crystal clear picture on exactly what you need to do. Now, speaking of crystal clear pictures, the other thing you need to do from here, the next step is to book a call with my wife. You book a complimentary 15-minute coaching call with my wife, and Angie and the crew, that's Angie and her coaching team, are going to take you through a process. It's a 3-step process essentially to give you absolute clarity on exactly what you need to do. So where is the kink in the hose? What's the big thing that we're stuck at? How to create that vision and that plan and truly match your vision with your company's products, with your company's compensation plan, and put them together to have a rock solid business plan. And she'll take you through that process. And again, she's got some bonus videos, some exclusive videos that you get. She'll send them out to you and help take you through that process so you know exactly what you need to do to create that incredible business. So, summarizing your next 2 steps, grab a copy of my book, andrewlogan.net/The Way Out. That is going to be your roadmap to financial freedom. And my wife, Angie, there, and the crew, andrewlogan.net/call. And she's going to show you that process of exactly how to create financial freedom in your life. So I want to thank you for being here. Hopefully you've got all the information you need. As I said, if you've worked along with me, if you've been doing your offer, you've created your story, you've got your list, you know exactly how to invite now. Now you just got to get out there and do it. All right. You've got all the information. Don't just accumulate information, right? Information is potential power. You know, when they talk about knowledge is power, knowledge is potential. Information is potential. You got to go out there and put action into it, right? You got to go out there and actually get out on the streets, start sending out those messages, pick up your phone, start talking to people. You've just spent 30 minutes with me going through this process. Go out there and spend 30 minutes reaching out to people, and you will have customers and distributors by the end of that. If you tell a great story to people, it will fall on good ears and they will want to join you. You'll be able to launch your business and have amazing success. And that is my hope for you. I hope you do have incredible success through this amazing industry that has completely changed our life. And this is just my way of hopefully giving back and helping more people create an amazing financial freedom story. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you for another video soon.